Selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to did we just hit a million orders stage, Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soaps or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify has got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. That's shopify.com/manifest. If you are anything like me, you didn't start your business to spend the bulk of your time managing your finances. But between budgeting, tracking expenses, and staying organized for tax time, there goes a huge chunk of your day. So get back to doing what you love and let Found do the rest. Found is the business banking designed for small business owners just like you. Designed for small businesses and solo entrepreneurs, Found is, in my opinion, the only financial tool that you really need. Say goodbye to switching between multiple finance apps and tools. So check out some of Found's 30,000 positive positive customer reviews and see why over 500,000 small business owners like me chose Found. So get your business banking working for you. Try Found for free at found.com/manifest. Sign up for Found for free today at found.com/manifest. Found is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services are provided by Piermont Bank, member FDIC. Found's core features are free, but they also offer an additional paid product, Found Plus. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I'm your host, Tori DeSimone, and today we are doing a summer catch-up. I haven't just sat down and chatted with you guys in, I don't know, a few weeks, like a few months maybe, and I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on this summer, because I keep saying things like on Instagram, like, oh my God, this summer has been so crazy. It's been so transformative. I've been learning so much. It's been a lot. It's been wonderful. It's been great. It's been all these things, but I just haven't like really talked about it much. So today I want to talk about it. Today I just want to catch you guys up, pretend like we're on FaceTime, just catching up with the girls of what has been going down this summer and what it's really been like. As we're in August, I can't believe August is like almost halfway through. It just is flying by. This whole summer is flying by, but I also look back on certain things and I'm like, that actually feels like an eternity ago. So while it feels like it's going really fast, I also feel like it's been a very normal pace all at the same time. Two things can be true at once. So let's just like dive in and just jump right into it. The summer started off with me moving. I was living at my parents' for a few months to kind of figure out like where I wanted to live. And I moved out May 1st, and then I moved down to the shore a few weeks following that. So I only had like a few days, honestly, at my apartment before I moved down to the shore. And as soon as I moved into that apartment, my parents' dog / my family dog, we had to put him down, and that was really sad, and that obviously was like a real bummer of a way to start the summer. So we had that going on in the very beginning of the summer. Moving, it was just like a little bit of a stressful start into the summer, but I will say it's been a huge blessing to have moved before the summer, and I thought it would be, because I've never gone home from the shore in the fall to just have a relaxing fall. I've always moved in the fall, whether it's been moving out of my condo into a new apartment, or moving from an apartment into the townhouse, or the townhouse to my parents' house, now my parents into the apartment. Like, I've just been moving a lot for the past 3-4 years, which with today's market with housing, I feel like is very normal. But I'm really happy with the apartment that I'm in, and I'm really, really happy that I moved before coming down to the shore, because now on the days that I need to escape the shore and like go home and just get some peace and quiet for a few days, I'm able to go to my own apartment and have my own space. And it's been really so nice. Like, I'm really, really glad that I moved before the craziness of the season. And I'm even more glad that now, come fall, I don't have a move on the horizon. I can just go home, enjoy the fall, and yeah, really experience it. So I moved. It's been wonderful moving, and I can definitely talk more about that in another episode. I feel like there's not much really to talk about with the move, so maybe I won't. But yeah, I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I love it. I definitely want to make some friends in the building, and I don't know how exactly. I know that everyone in my building is around my age, and my therapist thinks I should leave a note on my neighbor's door because I know that there are like 2 girls that live near me. And I want to like leave a note either like on their door or like under their door that says like, I'm your neighbor, I'm in this apartment. Like, let me know if you ever want to go get a coffee. Is that weird? I don't know. I definitely just want to make some more like girlfriends, especially in my apartment building, because it's literally all people my age. So I just want to make some girlfriends. And yeah, I don't know. How do you guys make friends in an apartment building? Like, I don't want to be weird about it. Also, there's an elevator. So there's elevator talk that I could have, but I don't use the elevator much. So I really don't know, and I don't have a dog. Like, a lot of people, meet friends at apartments through the dog park, walking their dogs, whatever. I don't have a dog. So, no dog, rarely use the elevators. So, it's like, how do I make friends with my neighbors? Let me know. They've had one gathering so far, and I was away. I was at the shore, so I couldn't go. And they do have a Facebook group, which I joined, but everyone my age doesn't use Facebook. So, and I don't use Facebook either. I just joined it to see like who lived in the apartment building. And I knew like actually a few people, but I haven't like said anything to them. But I don't know. Anyway, all to say is that I want to make some girlfriends in my apartment building, and I have no idea how. So if you guys have tips, drop them because I want to know. And also in the fall, I'm really trying to make this apartment super cozy and really home like. So I'm excited to be home for longer than like 3 days and buy some decor for the walls and just really make it like my own and my vibe and homey in there. So I'm really excited for that. So I moved. That's been wonderful. Another big thing that is going on this summer is I started ACOTAR. And if you guys are watching on video, then I'm holding up the second book, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. I got this delivered in the mail yesterday. Okay, first of all, we need to discuss how big this book is. It's so big. It's like 623 pages or something. It's so big. It's just like kind of crazy, but it's awesome. So I've always known of ACOTAR since I started Fourth Wing. Everyone was like, if you liked Fourth Wing, you need to read ACOTAR. And also, I just want to say, like, that is community over competition. Like, someone with like a crazy competition based mind would be like, oh my God, like this one book series is going to take away from the other. The complete opposite reaction is happening. I think any intro to fantasy will lead you back to ACOTAR. So even if Fourth Wing had its moment last fall or whatever, now ACOTAR is in its full moment. And I think, well, it's been around for a while, so a lot of people have had their moment with ACOTAR. But us newbies to fantasy really learned about it through, at least me, through Fourth Wing. So community over competition. But anyway, so I read the first one, ACOTAR, and I loved it. Everyone said that I would love it. And then I posted that I loved ACOTAR and I was getting the second book. And you guys, I've never felt closer to you in my DMs. Every single one of you are like, just you wait. A Court of Mist and Fury is like the best book. You're going to love it so much. And everyone's like, I'm so jealous that you're reading it for the first time. I'm literally so early on. I'm on page like 50 or something. So I got it delivered yesterday and I started it last night and then I fell asleep while I was reading it. Super lame of me. But so far, I'm loving it. Like the series, I went into the series with pretty much zero expectations. I knew who a few of the characters were through TikTok, just like seeing like Rhysand on TikTok and Farah and like some scenery, but that's it. Like I didn't know like, and I know like some characters of like who I thought was together and stuff like that. And I now reading the book, like I can get some spoilers from like TikTok of like who ends up together and who's currently together and stuff like that. But from here's what I will say, like other than that, I had zero expectations of what the book was going to be like in terms of plot line, storyline, things like that. The first book completely took a turn that I was expecting nothing, but I especially was not expecting that. So I really liked the direction that it took. I was happy. I don't want to say too much because if you are starting the series, I don't want to ruin a single thing for you. But I read the first book and I really did like it. I agree with people that the beginning is slow, but it wasn't as slow as I thought it was going to be. And I think it's because people are like, it's really slow, just get through it. It wasn't as slow. Like, yeah, I wasn't super hooked, but once you get hooked, like you're in it. So I'm honestly really excited to finish this podcast today and read this book. It's a rainy Friday here at the shore. This is my plan for the weekend, and I'm really excited. So, and you guys are just so funny on Instagram. You seriously are like, your life is about to change. Like, you're going to be a changed woman. Like, just if you thought ACOTAR was good, just you wait until A Court of Mist and Fury. And everyone's like, it just keeps getting better. And it's really cool. I just feel like we are like one with the ACOTAR universe. So I'll continue to update you guys on Instagram, which is at Tori Sterling _. But I'm excited to see, even when this episode drops on Monday, like where I'm at in the book, like what's going on. Because, you know, I have a whole weekend of reading ahead of me. So I'm really excited. Okay, the next thing that's been going on. I've just been working a ton. I've been working a ton, and it's been really, really great. But now it's at the point in the season where like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's really nice. But the exhaustion is absolutely hitting me. Yesterday I rotted in bed all day long, and it is just fully hitting me. We celebrated Stride's 6-year anniversary last weekend, and that was so much fun, so incredible, so exhausting, but it felt like 5 seconds, like it flew by. And I never really rested after it because I just had a bunch of things to do the following day and then the days after that. And then yesterday on Thursday, I woke up, I slept until 9 a.m., which was the latest I've slept in 5-6 months, honestly, like in so long. And I just totally rotted in bed and I needed it. I'll tell you what I rotted to. This one creator on YouTube, her name is, I think it's Mila Tequila. She rocks. She posted, it's the last 2 videos on her channel, a complete retelling of MTV's The Jersey Shore Part 1 and 2. And collectively, those videos are 4.5 hours long. That's what I did all day yesterday. I watched the retelling of MTV's The Jersey Shore on Mila Tequila's channel. They are so good. That's going to be like a staple in my rotation of rotting videos. Another rotting video that I frequent is Pretty Little Liars. Oh, hang on. I have to find it. I think it's by Mike. Pretty Little Liars, Mike's. I think it's Mike's Mike. Yeah. Mike's Mike has an appropriately unhinged recap of Pretty Little Liars Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, which altogether is like 6 hours worth of content. Also so good. Like I couldn't recommend those videos enough. And they tell them in such a good way that it's so addicting. And these videos, I can't even imagine how long they take to make and film and edit and then put up. Like it's truly a work of art. So watch all their ads, show lots of love, like it, comment, like show them love because we get that stuff for free. It's truly incredible. And it's the ultimate rotting shows. So I was rotting all day yesterday just watching the Jersey Shore recap, which I love Jersey Shore, and it was just so good. But anyway, so yeah, work's been so incredible. Like I it's just been so amazing. And at the end of this year, I think I'm going to make a whole episode about things that I've learned. I learned a lot this season, and I'm still learning a lot this season. I know so much now going into next season that I didn't expect to learn as much as I did this summer. And I think it's because I've been now doing this business model for the past 5 years. So I was like, I kind of got it down. But this year was really different. I learned so much. It was very transformative to my business, to myself, to it just so much. And I know a lot going into next season for next summer that I'm excited to make it even better. But I really learned a lot. Some I learned the hard way, some I learned the easy way. All's to say, it's been an incredible summer, but I'm extremely tired. I'm extremely exhausted, and I'm extremely looking forward to a slow fall. Like, I can't wait to not wake up and not check my phone. Like, that's going to be the best day of my life. I don't know when that day is yet, but it's going to be soon, and I'm really excited for that day. And I just feel like my cortisol is going to but also to say, it's been an amazing season, an amazing summer. I couldn't be more grateful for everything that's happened, that I've learned. There's definitely been a few meltdowns, and definitely had a lot of stress at certain points. And yeah, I'll also say it's been wonderful. It's been a lot, but I've been working a ton. That's maybe why like some things have been slacking. Like, I feel like I just haven't like really put my all into this podcast as much as I could this summer. My attention's just been elsewhere. But I'm trying my best to do it all and make it look happy and fun in the process, because it is for the most part. But I'm also human and I go through things. And speaking of going through things, I'm single. So, okay. Going through a breakup, which is so wild because and here's what's so funny. As I was very slowly like kind of revealing that I was in a relationship, I kept thinking in the back of my mind, like, it's going to be the kiss of death. Like, as soon as I post that, like, I'm in a relationship online, I'm going to jinx it and we're going to break up. And we broke up. Like, okay, so here's the tea. And I will make a whole episode about breakups in your mid to late 20s, because I can confidently say it's what needed to happen. And I feel really good for the most part. I'll tell you what happened, and I can address it like again, like I said in another video. But essentially, I'll give you the skinny. I was in a relationship for the last 3.5, 4 years, and I kept it pretty private for the most part, just because it was with an ex-boyfriend of mine that a lot of you guys that are OG viewers knew. And him and I, we dated like throughout from like high school to college years. We were super on and off in those years because we were kids, we were growing up, like things, we were just like learning each other, learning how to be in relationships. Like, seriously, like at 20, 21 years old, 19, 18, whatever it is, like you just learn how to be in relationships. So whenever we would like fight, we would just break up and be like, well, we shouldn't be fighting anyway. Anyway, to make a long story short, we were just always like on again, off again a lot in our like young 20s. I'm talking like high school, college years of life. Then when I was 22, we got back together, and then we broke up in July. So when I was 26, we broke up. So we were together for like 3.5, 4 years, and I kept it very private and very offline, just because I didn't think a lot of people would really be supportive of me getting back together with an ex, just because of internet culture. Like, people didn't know the ins and outs of our relationship and things like that. And I just didn't want the judgment. I was very happy in our relationship. And I just didn't really want the judgment of it. But it was just like, it was such a huge part of my life that I just never shared. Like, being in a long-term relationship, it's a big part of your life. Like, you have a life partner and like you're doing life with them. And I just really didn't share a lot of that. So I just sort of kept it offline. But, you know, the more we got into our relationship, it was like it just got harder to not share things. Like, for example, like when I moved back into my parents, I kind of had to explain like why a little bit. Or when I was moving out and I posted moving vlogs and he was in it. People are like, oh my God, is that who I think it is? Yes, it was. Like all those sorts of things. Anyway, to make a very long story short, we had a fantastic relationship and I love him very much and I always will love him very much. But we kind of just, the relationship just outgrew itself, or I should say, we were just growing into different people and it just wasn't working in our relationship anymore. And there really is no hate at all. There's no animosity. I have such love for him and I honestly always will for my whole life. And it was a very mature breakup and it was just something that had to happen. And I wish it didn't have to happen. Like, of course, I wish that the person I invested, so much of my life into, it worked out with him. But it wasn't going to. And that's okay. And I think that was something that I had started to come to terms with kind of on my own before we even broke up. And it was something that I kind of knew in my gut, but I was just pushing it off for a long time because one, who wants to go through a breakup? And two, I still loved him and still do. You know what I mean? Like but it's a different love. Still loved him and it was, you don't want to like not be with someone that you love. And I think that's also the weirdest part of it was like, yes, I loved him. He was my boyfriend. We were in love with one another, but he was also my best friend. So to lose who you're in love with and your best friend, and then to become like a stranger to someone that was at one point the biggest part of your life, it's so weird. And that's really like the one word to sum up the ending of our relationship, is that it's just weird. Like our text, like right before it, like he was coming over to my house and he was like, I'm here. And I was like, okay, Bubba, like I'll come outside and get you. Like just so lovey. And then the text right after that was like, hey, like, I hope you're doing well. Like, da da da. And it's just weird. So that's really just the way to sum it up. But to be completely honest, it was a breakup that had to happen. We just had a talk one night that this talk sort of just came about where we just started saying all these truths of our relationship, of how I wasn't the right partner for him. He wasn't the right partner for me. We just had different goals in life and we just had to kind of be like, well, this really sucks, but there's literally only one decision here. And the answer is staring us both in the face. And we just have to like face the music at this point and break up. And we did. And as breakups go, I thought it was wonderful. Like we cried together. We really grieved the relationship together. And we went on our separate ways. And that's that. We have spoken like only when we really have to. We don't like text outside of that. Obviously it was like we were together for a long time. So like there's things at his house that I needed to get. He had things for me that he needed, like stuff like that. But other than that, like we don't talk, we don't see each other. And I think that's honestly for the best. And like I said, I wish him like so much love and nothing but the best. And like, I'm always going to have so much love for him. He taught me so much in my life and who I am. Like so much of who I am now is because of that relationship. I don't see it at all as a failure. Like a 3.5, 4 year relationship to me is a huge success. I learned so much. The Tortured Poets department hits so different now. And, yeah, it would, and I'll totally make a whole episode too about like going through a breakup in your mid to late 20s, because the way I feel now is really confident and really empowered. And for the first time in my life, it feels like I don't want at all to date. I don't want to like even look at a man. Like I just want to focus all of my energy, time, and attention on myself. And that feels really, 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 really nice. It does. Like it just feels so good to just focus on me and to just do whatever I want whenever I want to do it. And it also has made me think of like, well, how do I want it in the future when I do eventually want to start dating and looking for someone and meet someone, whatever. I need this person to just effortlessly fit into my life, however that looks. And I need this standard of person to hit all these things that I'm truly looking for. And I'm turning that energy onto myself of like, okay, well, who do I want to be? And what's the standard of life that I want to set for myself so that when someone else comes into my life, I'm going to accept nothing less than the love I already give myself and the standard I already set for myself and the standard that I live my life as is already. So for me, it's been a huge, like, let's look in the mirror and become who I'm looking for. And it's been awesome. It's been really cool to get to know myself and to learn myself and to fully just love myself. And it's honestly been, I don't want to say the breakup's been awesome because no breakups are awesome, but I will say what I'm learning about myself because of this breakup has been really transformative and beautiful. And I'm really grateful for it because it was a great relationship. And like I said, I will always think of him so fondly. And I just truly wish him happiness and love and like the best things this world has to offer. And he'll always hold like such a special place in my heart. But I also just know like it's just not going to be us end game. And that's okay. But he taught me so much about myself and what I want in a relationship and what I don't want in a relationship. And it was just like the best 3.5, 4 years with him. And I'm really excited to see what the future looks like now with just me. So yeah, it was definitely a transformative summer. Like I said, I keep saying like it's been so transformative and like it just has been for so many levels. I've been super stressed out, add a breakup on top of it, and I'm like, oh my God. But I've really just begun to like explore myself and see like, okay, like what hobbies do I want to do? Like what books do I want to read? One of my friends, and I will say this was like one of the most thoughtful things that my friends have ever done for me. And if you know a friend is going through a breakup or a tough time, I couldn't recommend to do what she did enough. So essentially, my one friend, Kelly, she wrote me or she got me a gift and she put it on my bed here at the beach house. And just so that like I could find it on my own time. And she got me a little watercoloring notebook and I've posted them on Instagram and you guys are like, oh my God, little do you guys know it was my breakup activity. But I was like watercoloring. And anyway, she got me a watercoloring like sketchbook. It's essentially like a paint by numbers of watercolors and a little note. And I can read you guys the note because I use it as my bookmark for ACOTAR because ACOTAR is also one of her favorite series, Kelly. And so now every time I read this, I think of her. And it said, hi, Tor. I know you've, oh my God, Tori, can you read? Hi, Tor. I know you've had a big change recently. And with that change, I really hope you are taking some time to yourself and to listen to and to feel all of your feelings. With change, I know that the uncertainty that follows can be quite scary. I thought a new hobby might be helpful for you in finding some relaxing moments to take for yourself. Please continue to take pride in the wonderful person that you are and all that you have done / continue to do. I love you. Love, Kelly. Which, first of all, like if you guys knew Kelly, she is just like the best human in the world. But the reason why I loved this gesture so much was she wrote this note alongside with like a new little hobby of watercoloring or watercolor painting, however you say it. And I was like, what a great way of being like, I'm thinking of you. Here's something that can fill your time. I'm here for you if you need me, but I'm not going to like press you of like, how are things? Do you want to talk about it? Because I'm not saying that there's like a right and a wrong way to navigate a breakup. Everyone's going to go through breakups differently, especially when the breakup hits you. How we react is always going to be different based on so many different factors. But here's what I will say. This way was so kind because it was a way of like, I'm here for you. Here's something to fill your time. And if you want to talk, I'm here, as opposed to people just being like, so how are you? And then it's like, okay, so now I have to talk about it. And maybe a moment that I didn't want to talk about it. And I know when people say like, how are you? It's always with good intentions, but sometimes I'm just not ready to talk about it. Or they might have caught me in a moment where I'm really sad and like I just didn't want to speak about it or things like that. My therapist also said something to me that I thought was really, really awesome. Also, when my ex and I broke up, my therapist was like on vacation, so I didn't want to text her, but when she got home, I was like, just you wait. Like, so much has happened when you went on vacation. I told her that I wanted to meet in person because sometimes we do virtual when I'm at the shore, and she was like, yeah, absolutely. I said something big happened. She said, what? I said we broke up. And then she wrote me this gorgeous message. And at the end, she said, it doesn't mean you won't hurt. It just means you won't fall apart. If you are anything like me, you didn't start your business to spend the bulk of your time managing your finances. But between budgeting, tracking expenses, and staying organized for tax time, there goes a huge chunk of your day. So get back to doing what you love and let Found do the rest. Found is the business banking designed for small business owners just like you. Designed for small businesses and solo entrepreneurs, Found is, in my opinion, the only financial tool that you really need. Say goodbye to switching between multiple finance apps and tools. It's an all-in-one, easy-to-use app. Found lets you manage your financial tasks effortlessly. You can manage your money, track your spending, invoice your clients, and even handle your taxes so that you can do what you do best, which is running your business. You'll save hundreds or even thousands of dollars on bank fees, app subscriptions, and that's all because Found has no hidden fees. They have no account maintenance fees, they have no minimum balances, and there's no paperwork or credit checks when signing up. Found has been really transformative for my business because honestly, guys, I am not the best when it comes to money. Like, I definitely have financial literacy for my personal human, but when it comes to my businesses, I delegate that. So with Stride, I have someone for that. But when it comes to like my podcasts and things like that, when it's really just me, I'm the one doing all the finances. And I have tried to delegate it out and it just doesn't work, but Found has been a lifesaver for me because now all of that work that I've been trying to delegate out and i.e. pay other people to do, I've saved so much money on payroll that I can now just use Found, and it saves me so much time, so much money, and it makes all my finances for my solo business endeavors really easy. I can automatically set money aside for different business goals, and I can control spending with virtual cards. I can also save time by automatically tracking and categorizing expenses to maximize tax write-offs, all without having to leave the Found app. And this makes like end of year tax stuff so much easier. It also instantly sends professional invoices. You can pay your contractors for free, and they have simplified tax tools that estimate your tax bill for you in real time while also auto saving what you owe to make the tax time really seamless. Because if there's one thing I learned really early on is that when you are working for yourself and you have to pay taxes, it is not fun to have to pull out your own taxes and then pay them. So having this like automatically do it for you makes it so much easier. So check out some of Found's 30,000 positive cover. So check out some of Found's 30,000 positive customer reviews and see why over 500,000 small business owners like me chose Found. So get your business banking working for you. Try Found for free at found.com/manifest. Sign up for Found for free today at found.com/manifest. Found is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services are provided by Piermont Bank, member FDIC. Found's core features are free, but they also offer an additional paid product, Found Plus. Selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to did we just hit 1 million orders stage, Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soaps or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify has got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to the other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. I love Shopify. It has been the best platform for me when it came to selling my manifest planners. I currently don't sell them anymore, but when I really only knew that I wanted to use Shopify because of how high-end it made the website look, how easy it was for me as a first-time like e-commerce seller to use, and it just looked so chic and so professional. Shopify actually powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. They're the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Some of the biggest brands use Shopify, and I don't think you guys would be surprised by them, but trust me, like giant brands use Shopify. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. That's shopify.com/manifest. And essentially it was how like I've been seeing her for 3 years now in therapy, how all these years of therapy have now like kind of compiled into a very stable sense of mind for the most part, and how, yeah, things hurt, but it's not going to derail me. Like I'm not falling apart. And I do agree. Like, yes, this breakup has been weird. Like that's just the word for it. It's been weird. Like there will be moments where like last night I get into bed, I'm like, oh, I should see if he texts me. I'm like, oh, wait, we fully broke up. He didn't text me and he's not going to text me because we fully broke up. But it's a habit of like, oh, I should say goodnight, or like, oh, I should see if he said good morning or something like that. Like that's not coming, babes. Like it's over. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll have those weird moments of like, oh yeah, we fully broke up. And that's weird. Or like I said, like I went to text him to go pick up something that was mine at his house that I needed. And like our texts above it are like, I love you, da da da. And then after that, it's like, hey, hope you've been well. Can I go pick up blah, blah, blah. So it's just weird is probably the word to describe it. But all's to say, it's been a very transformative summer. I will totally do a whole episode on breakups in your late 20s because I could have looked at it as like, oh my God, I just wasted my young 20s, but I don't feel that way at all. And if anything, I feel very confident coming out of this relationship because when I entered it, I was 22. I was like a young girl, and now I'm 26. I'm really confident in who I am. I feel really secure in who I am. And I know what I have to offer. I know what I bring to the table. And I also know that I personally have a lot more growth to do. And when I feel like I'm at a point of I do eventually want to date, and I'm talking you guys like so far in the future, like I don't even want to look at a man, like what, ew. But in the meantime, I just am so excited to just focus completely on me, on myself, and just like make girlfriends. And that kind of goes back to like why I want to make a lot of friends, because I just want to surround myself with girlfriends and plans and activities and just like really explore myself of, you know, what do I like to do? Like, what do my hobbies look like? And things like that. And also putting myself in situations with like-minded people. Like I've been saying for years, I don't drink. I don't like going to the bars. And I've definitely been going out like a little bit more since being single, just because it's like what my friends do and I want to hang out with my friends. But now in the fall, when like the whole shore scene is done, like what do I want to do in the fall to fill my time? Like, do I want to be going to, like, I don't know, like, what do I do? Everyone's going to run clubs, and do I go to a run? Like, I don't think I want to go to a run club. I have no idea. Like, that's what I mean. Like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to be seen? Like, how do I want to, like, what environments do I want to put myself in? It's all new and it's all really exciting. So yes, this breakup, while it's weird and it's sad that I'm like going through a breakup, it's a very loving breakup. Like, I love him very much. I wish him only the best, but I also know that this is for the best for both of us. We were just, believe it or not, holding each other back. And yeah, it was time. It was time. So anyway, all's to say, single girl summer, have zero plans of changing that. And if you're a man, just like stay away from me, because I actually want nothing to do with men. Not like I have anyone like knocking on my door. But all's to say, it's been a great summer. With some hiccups in the road. Okay. So let's move on. So yeah, single girl summer, going great. What else do I have on my list here? Going through a breakup, I'm looking for hobbies, and I guess the last thing that's really going on is I'm setting up a new business to launch in the fall. I've chatted about it briefly on this podcast and on my Instagram, but essentially I'm starting a consulting business to help full-time to help fitness professionals build a full-time career in fitness without burning out. There are so many ways of doing it, but I think the most two traditional routes are to teach more classes and open a studio. I would agree that those used to be the two most important or two only avenues, but now that's not the case. And I have seen that through the last 6 years of working as owning a studio and then the past 8 years in the fitness industry. I've learned a lot and I love helping people create a full-time career where they work for themselves, but I especially love the whole niche of fitness. And that really excites me. So I'm launching that soon. I'm working with a web designer who is incredible. She's so iconic and amazing. And I can't wait for the new website to launch. And you guys will be able to see it really soon. She's awesome. She's helping with so much of brand identity, brand development, getting my services together. Like, she's really just awesome. She's been a huge help in this new endeavor for me, and I'm really excited about it. But I'm excited for the studios to slow down just a little bit so I can drive even more attention to that. So look for that in the fall. I just had a photo shoot last Monday with it, and I'm going to post some clips from that photo shoot on my Instagram at @ToriSterling_. And I'll be chatting more about that business as it comes closer and closer, but that is coming soon. So if you ever want to like chat with me one-on-one, just know that that stuff is coming for fitness pros. And yeah, it's been really cool connecting with you guys in that realm of things. And it's what I'm really, really passionate about. So I'm excited to dive deeper into that. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's like what my summer has been consisting of. When I look back at this summer, there's like just a few big pillars: stride, a lot of work, and going through a breakup. Really those two things. And everything else sprinkled on top of it. The move, ACOTAR. I've been going to the beach a lot. I've been pickleballing. I also feel like I really found some outfits that I've liked. And I say that because I've always, every summer, like not really known what I wanted to wear. Like I would always wear jean shorts and I just don't like how my legs look in shorts. So I never really knew what to wear. This summer, my uniform has been flowy pants and a top or a dress, and it's been really, really nice. And I just keep like the same, like maybe 8 outfits on rotation. And I just have like 3 pairs of pants, maybe 10 tops that I really like, and a couple dresses, and I just rotate them and I make like new outfits each time. Or if I really like an outfit and I'm going somewhere else, I'll just repeat the outfit, God forbid. And I just feel really, really confident. I feel like I nailed how I like my hair. I feel like I nailed how I like my makeup. I just feel really good, and I feel like I have a really big sense of self this summer, which I don't think I felt like in the past. I always felt like I tried to like dress like people on TikTok or dress like how my friends were dressing, and I just never felt really confident in who I was. But when I started wearing things that I liked and that felt really confident for me, I feel like that's shown through a lot in who I am as a person. And now like when I'm with groups of friends or people I don't know, I'm just more willing to be more outgoing, chat it up, because I'm comfortable in my skin. And I think that comes from just having like a few outfits on rotation that I really like and that I feel really comfortable and confident in. So I can also do video on like maybe my Instagram of what those outfits are and what those specific pieces are. But I really like them, and I just feel like good. Like honestly, coming out of the summer, I feel more confident in who I am than ever before. A lot of people say like when they turn 30, they feel like their sense of self is like very defined. And I truly feel like now I've never felt more confident in who I am and very defined in who I am. And like I really know myself. I know what I stand for. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. I know where my life career-wise is going. Like I see, like everyone's like, what's your 10-year plan? If you asked me that 6 months ago, I wouldn't have known, but now I know. Like I totally know where I want to be in 10 years in my career. Like I have it all really mapped out, and I totally see it all, and I just feel really good. So it's been a very transformative summer, and I just wanted to catch you guys up because like I said, I keep saying things like, oh, it's been a crazy summer, but like, do you know what that means? No. So now you guys do. Now you know what it means. And now we've said it. So that's been my summer, guys. I will totally do a breakup video in your mid to late 20s because I know a lot of you guys are going to ask for that. And just here, I want you to reframe a breakup in your late 20s as a blessing rather than, I mean, I'm also, I should get into this in another episode, but I'm also approaching it as someone that's not rushing marriage, not rushing kids. If you are someone that you really want to get married and you really want to have kids, I could totally see how that would be a very different mindset than I'm having. But for me, I wasn't rushing marriage. I wasn't rushing kids. Like, I don't even know if I want kids one day. Like, I truly don't know. I don't even know if I want to be married one day. Like all these things, like I don't know. But from where I'm at, that's like my headspace on things. But anyway, that can be a whole other episode. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great summer. I'm thinking of you guys. I love you guys. And that's going to be it for this week's episode of Manifest. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to rate the show 5 stars and share on your story, share it with a friend. And I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing Monday. Happy Manifest Monday. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video or episode, whatever this is. Bye, guys.